Yeah, sometimes I'll say something and I'll be like, damn, I did not need to say that. But, Wanch, I was not wrong.
Can't help it that I'm custom made. I can't help it that I look good, smell good, can dance all night long. I can't help it.
Virgo's who you go to, not necessarily to have a good time, but to have somebody analyze your entire existence and tell you what you're doing wrong and where you could improve. You just talk to a Virgo for 5 minutes, they'll tell you everything that you need to do. And just if you just listen to them, they got it all figured out.
The Bloods and Crips have infiltrated every major city throughout the country. Ask them why they never came to Oakland. They get knocked off as soon as they touch down. Can't no outsiders come to Oakland. If you're not from Oakland, stay away from Oakland. Bloods and Crips are in New York, Houston, everywhere you can think of. All the major metropolitan black cities, you'll find a Crip or a Blood. Not in Oakland.
What's that about? Just is it culture that's keeping it?
No, Oakland is violent. We don't fuck with outsiders. We're violent.
Y'all don't care how much money they have. Y'all don't care none of that.
We don't give a fuck. Oakland is the most violent city in America. And we only got 400,000 residents. You know what I'm saying? So ask them Chicago dudes and those other dudes why they don't go to Oakland. And they'll tell you why.
So where does the violence come from? Because there's no gangs.
No, well, we got neighborhoods.
Neighborhoods.
Like I'm from an area called Brookfield.
After I leave here, I'm not gonna say it. Because be real, you know what I believe? When we talk about our ideas, even if we ain't on the mic, talk about our ideas.
I know what you're gonna say.
First of all, you gotta watch who you're telling this shit to.
Absolutely. Always.
And it could be from your day one. But growing up, going from a baby to a boy to a young man to a grown-ass man, you realize things as you grow. And you get to that part where you realize, damn, it's stronger in your mind. Out your mouth, put it in the universe, subject to weaken. You like letting air out the tire, P. Somebody could take that idea, too.
Yeah.
So you're Damu. Damu being Swahili for menstruation? Yeah, if I can get all the gang members back in here. But this time, I want the Bloods. Don't worry, I've already done a video on the Crips. But since people in the comment section were screaming how much I was reaching, I took my time on this one, to make sure it flowed. Roll the clip.
My mouth was.
Period blood. I'm sorry. Period blood. It came out wrong.
He also said he was going to change his name from Ray J to Ray Y. Why? Like yttrium, the element used for lighting in camera lenses? Look at the lights in the background. So you're not in a set. You're on a set too. But a minstrel show. A flag is a rag like a woman on the... So are you gonna get offset, or are you just gonna let these niggas set you up? An insult for a Blood is a slob, essentially meaning dirty. Like how a woman on her cycle was considered unclean. There wasn't a Blood female rapper named Bloody Mary. You do know the Virgin Mary is a vagina, right? Interesting that Damu means dome in Japanese. Oh wow, that's interesting. Mary is also called the Star of the Sea. Well, isn't that something? This don't belong to y'all either? One of the symbols for the United Blood Nation is a bull. The female uterus looks like a bull. Red Bull. Paru means devil. So are these devil horns or bull horns? UBN is starting to look a lot less like United Blood's Nation and a whole lot more like a German bicycle. A cycle. Speaking of German, the Bloods were formed in 1972. The element germanium, literally used to make infrared lenses, has an atomic mass of 72. The Blood episode on South Park is season 7, episode 2. What's interesting about germanium is that it's pretty neutral and it doesn't really conduct well on its own. Until you add gallium, the Crip element. Germanium wafers are literally used on solar panels for satellites. You know what else is a satellite? You guessed it. The moon. 1972 was the last year we went to the moon. The moon rules the Cancer crab with the 6'9" glyph. Chuck Taylor died in 69. The first homicide between the Crips and the Brim was in 1972 on 69th Street. 69th Street in Budlong, Budlong meaning to dig a hole in the ground. The 72nd element, hafnium, has a wand with a moon on it. How is this not a ritual? Organic germanium is studied for anti-cancer properties. Why you keep bringing up the moon? Because the moon's lunar cycle lines up with a woman's... Turn the gangster rap off, my nigga. It's going over your head like ceilings and bright ideas. Like and share for part 2 if you'd like. I'm trying to figure out how your shoe of choice is called Converse, but we can't do that. What the hell? My first video had a few people PMSing in the comment section, but that's okay. I have receipts. Yes, Damu does mean blood, but as you can see, here and here, blood translates to menstruation. In the first Crip video, I told you guys this is all orchestrated by British Knights. The 72nd element, hafnium, literally said this picture was inspired by the coat of arms. That's the badge these people wear. Keep in mind the elements that I'm using is coming from the websites of the Royal Society of Chemistry. So like I said, you're all a part of the game that you didn't know you were playing. Blamar means blue man, a Viking word used to describe a dark-skinned man. Germanium was discovered by a German chemist. The German word for flowers is blue man, and the flower of life is a vajayjay. The insult Slav actually comes from the word slab, meaning mud. Damu is the Sumerian vegetation god who represents the seasonal cycles of death and decay in nature. Mother Nature? A cycle is the result of an egg that wasn't fertilized. Speaking of fertilization, Damu is a fertilizer product that uses boron to increase the size of fruit and plants. The picture for boron, the 5th element, is a plant. Adamu means firstborn. It's connected to man coming out of the red earth. Red earth is soil that contains iron oxide. You know, the stuff that makes blood red. Iron, 26th element, 26th degree, Taurus, bull. Oxygen, 8th element, 8 is a star. Mary, the star of the sea. Oxygen, O plus XY equals generation. The big O is an orgasm. Since the powers that be love a good script, let's use the scriptures. Genesis 2:7, the Lord formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed life into them. Organic germanium is used to increase oxygen flow. The feminine aspect of God is air. Yad He Vad He. Hey. Breath. Lord means guardian of the bread. Lady means bread maker. Virgo, the virgin mother sign, is literally holding wheat in her hand. Glyph for Virgo has a vagina on it. Well, the Lord in Genesis is a woman. Your origin is your mama's organs. The divine feminine. 7 + 2, 9. You hunt your brother down with the 4-5, 9. 9 tied to completion and birth cycles. 9 months of pregnancy. I mean, come on. Genesis, genealogy of Isis, is your origins. So it really is AOB. You're a blue blood. Your bloodline is a blood bank. Or BOA. Damu means to be in love in Creole. Genesis 7:2 is a passage about pairing mates together. So this is about chemistry. Sexual chemistry. The UBN symbol is a bull. The child. So you're the Prince of Bel-Air? Tell me how you supposed to breathe with no air. That MLB talk is suffocating you, brother. It's a little too close to homies over hoes. A pimp named Slickback wouldn't approve.
Oh, I'm sorry for being in a bad mood. I just made plans in my head and I didn't tell anybody about them. And now nobody's following them. And so therefore, I'm pissed off. Because how could you do that? How could you not read my mind? How could you not follow the plan I made in my head? How would you do that?
Not all humans are operating at the same level of reality. Most people will live and die on level 1, never knowing the others existed.
Wait, there are levels? Like a video game?
Exactly like a video game, except nobody told you there were levels. And the system was designed to keep you on the first one forever. Level 1, you live inside the system.
1910 was when they stopped teaching about the ether in schools because the ether was the secret to free energy. They harnessed it through large buildings destroyed after World War I, as the ether could electrically charge you just like your food, which is why they remove seeds from fruits. Seeds hold a frequency that charges your body. Without them, fruit is lifeless. Everything has a frequency, so prioritize seeded, alkaline fruits to keep disease away. Finally, practice grounding. It boosts your frequency by letting the Earth's electrical impulses flow through your body. Skip man-made fruits that lower your vibration and stick to high-frequency seeded options to charge your body.
Tell her your numbers. She seriously, tell her your numbers.
My victims?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I done put shit on anxiety medicine. All them anxiety medicines that's out here in the world, they owe me money. I done brought weight down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta watch your weight with me. I'm Jenny Craig to these bitches, bro.
Let them go on your phone,
huh? You don't even got to.
You know what I know about some niggas? They fuck weak bitches and don't know it.
I don't matter if a bitch is strong or weak. You can get the same belt, it don't matter. You can get the same belt, it don't matter.
You really want to tap into some stuff, get up at 4 o'clock, and that's when you're most creative. So even if you got some problems, and you're trying to figure some shit out, and you need some kind of thing, get up at 4 o'clock and think about it. And you'll tap into it, it'll bring you all the shit you need.
Did you know that the war between black men, dog-headed people, and wild men led to the story of the Beauty and the Beast? Let me explain. In order to understand this history, you must first understand the doghead, the Moor, and the wild men. The doghead and the wild men are one and the same. Let me explain. My next source is called Wild Men Saint or Sinner, and when you read this article, it shows you that the wild men were called barbarians by the Romans, and they were uncivilized Germanic tribes like the Visigoths. They appear all the way from the Dark Ages to the Renaissance as cannibalistic, sexual deviant predators. This is my next source, The Wild Men, Medieval Myth and Symbolism. And I quote, "When he killed game, he ate it completely raw." By many accounts, the wild men also indulged in cannibalism. By the 16th century, this habit brought him in association with werewolf and other flesh eaters. And I quote, "Icons with the dog heads, particularly of Saint Christopher, existed in Eastern Orthodox traditions due to the blend of ancient folklore, potential linguistic errors, and symbolic theology. They represent a savage barbarian other who was converted to Christianity, signifying even the most monstrous can be transformed by faith. In medieval times, doghead was a slur for non-Christian barbarian or people on the edge of the known world, representing a raw, untamed humanity. Those people on the edge of the known world are the Visigoths. And yes, this is Saint Christopher. Look at his club that he's holding with the baby on his back. Now, this is dog-faced Christopher. Look at the baby on his back. The wild men and these dog-faced people were the same people. Now let's talk about a real account of a wild man. This is Petros Concavos of Spain and his wife Catherine. You might recognize them from the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast. This is what it was based off of. When they captured Petros Concavos, they said that they had captured a wild man. Pedro suffered from Ambras syndrome, and this is when you grow a lot of hair around the facial region, around your arms, everywhere really. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. If you want to watch this full video, click the link in my bio.
They'll teach you English, they'll teach you Spanish, they'll teach you any language you wish. But what they'll never teach you is the language of occult symbolism.
And you can never give a Virgo an ultimatum. The minute you think that you're going to sit up and force them to choose between this and that, that's where you fucked up at. Because now that Virgo is going to get the fuck on. Now they're going to get the fuck away from you. They're going to move around expeditiously. That controlling shit will never end well with a Virgo. You will never be able to take a Virgo's choice out of something. Virgos don't respond to ultimatums, right? You're never going to be able to take away a Virgo's choice in something. That is control. Virgos cannot be controlled. Virgos cannot be handled. You will never be able to, it's either this or it's that with a Virgo. No. Because it's not going to be this or that. That Virgo just going to leave the fuck alone because who the fuck do you think you are giving them an ultimatum, trying to make them choose between this and that? No. It's going to be my choice. Always.
The final test of freedom is this. Can you remain the same person in praise, in insult, in gain, and in loss? People can't. They inflate when they're complimented. They collapse when they're criticized. Their entire sense of self rises and falls with whatever the world hands them that day. That's not freedom. That's being owned by other people's opinions. Real freedom is being unmoved. Someone praises you and you don't get drunk on it. Someone insults you and you don't lose your center. You win and you stay grounded. You lose and you stay standing. Not because you don't feel anything, but because your worth was never up for a vote. If applause can lift you, silence can crush you. If compliments define you, criticism can destroy you. Be the same person in every room. That's the only way to be free.
When you make a decision, when you want something, because you already have it, right? Make that decision with a very fucking firm intention. And what's going to help you make that decision with a very fucking firm intention is realizing your power. Realizing you are source, okay? I will give you an example. If you are trying to manifest something and you're just saying all these affirmations, you never worked on your self-concept, you just don't realize that you're source, that you already have everything, and yeah, you may be able to manifest something out of thin air, whatever, but you're not going to be able to keep it, okay? But when you realize your source, it's done. You are literally saying, this is mine, I have it. You deny the circumstances on the outside, and it's done. You forget about it, you move on, because why are you checking the 3D? Why do you even care when you already know you have it? So the other day, I think it was last week or so, I told myself, you know, I just was just for fucking fun, right? Went to the gas station, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not paying for this gas. This gas is getting paid for itself. Filled up my gas tank, paid for the gas. Then a week goes by, filled up my gas yesterday, and I go to like make a purchase later on last night, and I went into my bank account, and guess what? The gas was not charged to my account. That was over $70 worth of gas. You know why? Because I made a fucking decision. That gas was getting paid for, and that decision was regardless of me filling up the tank and seeing that I still had paid for that gas that day. Because I realized I am source. I'm the one who is creating this reality and all the circumstances that are happening to me because I am the cause of it. So I am powerful. When you step into your power, wonderful, amazing things fucking can happen, okay? But you have to realize you are source, and you have to have a good self-concept. Or guess what? You're not going to be able to keep half the shit or maintain half the shit that you manifest. Bye.
Don't have to put our man down in order to be strong. I'm just saying that we have used our strength in the wrong direction. We've been using it against our man instead of for him. If we use the kind of strength and influence that we have in this society to support the black man, won't anybody be able to come against him? But every man is judged by his woman, and if his woman say he ain't nothing, then the whole world believes he ain't nothing. The actual fact is, every man himself judges his own self by his woman. He can be out in the world being great, and the whole world can be kneeling to him, and if he come home and she say, you ain't nothing, you ain't been nothing, then that's who he believes. Black woman has self-discipline. That's self-control. Let me make that real for you, sisters. We can start with our mouth. The good black woman can control her mouth. She don't have to say everything that comes up. It's okay if he get the last word sometime. She don't cuss in public. And she works on not cussing in private. She don't tear a man down with her mouth because they can't out-argue us. Can't nobody out-argue us. I have charged that we nag our men too much. We keep our men's head tied up so much with our petty grievances about our personal relationship that he don't have time to think and plan for our future. Because he got to deal with what's going to happen with us every day. You know, it's real odd. When the black man come home, he almost has to do a wind test or stick his toe in the door. He don't know who everybody hates. We hate him, his mama hate him, his family hate him, the white police hate him, the regular white men and white women hate him. This is a man who is hated by everyone. The only solace that God made for him was us. And when he comes to us and can't get any sanctuary at all, then he don't have no life. And then they win, because what they want to do is to destroy him and make us think that we are better than him, so that we will help the enemy destroy our own man that God gave us. We have the best man on earth. Everybody wants him. He looks better than everybody. He's stronger than everybody. He is the best, the wisest, and the most beautiful. Now, of course, many of our men have been tricked by the enemies too. But then you have the mother.
I don't be giving a fuck about how people be feeling about shit, you know what I mean? So that's just not one of the areas of life that I try to pay attention to, is caring about how motherfuckers felt about whatever I said or did, you know what I mean? That's up to you. You have to care about that. That ain't up to me. I don't care what you care about, you know?
Facts over feelings, bitch. Today we're going over 5 facts women hate. I'm a woman, so I don't like these facts either. But just because I don't like the facts, don't make them not facts. Let's get started, bitch. Fact number 1. The older you get, the less men want you. So old bitches get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market. Number 2, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades mean nothing. Niggas don't give a fuck about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a fuck about your accolades and your degrees are other bitches that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job. And number 3, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a fuck how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man. Number 4 is really gonna hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a fuck because I'm here to give you facts. So, number 4, your kids are liabilities. Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them. Number 5, men hate extra shit. And when I say extra shit, niggas hate long nails, big ass eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that shit. I want to give you bitches a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single, bitch. Let me know if I left any facts off in the comments.